hey Edna, how are you doing today? Pretty good, I hope. What's up guys, it's Drifts and Lifts here. Welcome back to the Drifts and Lifts Epic Volvo Drift YouTube channel. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do, because quite a bit of Volvo gravy going on today. I'm pouring about 5 liters out on my face, so it's going to be really exciting. Alright guys, so today we got a couple things going on. I figured I'd just film whatever I'm doing because a video is better than no video. So we got Edna here. I just actually picked up a bunch of stuff from Lordco. So I got some diff oil and some silicone and a bit of motor oil because this thing leaks a little bit. And you guys know what that is for. We are welding the diff on Edna here. So pretty shortly here I'm going to go pick up Jake. And we're gonna head over to his house, and then we are going to lock the differential of Edna. That's just one more thing on the list kind of thing. And then eventually I'll get bigger tires put on it, then we can go do some really cool off-road stuff. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna have a bit of fun. Maybe we'll be able to like do a couple donuts in a cul-de-sac or something once we're done. All right, so there's another thing I really want to show you guys today. I actually purchased a new vehicle. Unfortunately not a Volvo. Some of you guys might be stoked about this. I'm actually really stoked about it. So if you look way over there, you guys can't see yet. So I'm gonna surprise you. Here, let's go check it out. All right guys, so ta-da, there's my new truck. All right guys, so I kind of went on a whim and I picked this thing up yesterday. This was a really good deal. I'm not gonna say what it was, but let's just say that I bought this truck for basically what the motor and tranny is worth, and it is a running, driving, good to go work truck. So if you guys know me, you know there's a couple motors that I'm really fond of, one being the B230 Volvo motor, of course, and the other one being a 12 valve Cummins motor, turbo diesel. So this truck, is a 12 valve 1994. So this is kind of the holy grail of the Cummins stuff, because this one has an NV 4500 manual transmission. And if we pop the hood here, it's actually got, so if you guys aren't super knowledgeable about Cummins motors, this is actually the same motor as my other truck, my first gen. The really cool thing about this one is this has the Bosch P7100 injection pump. So if you're in the diesel world and you're looking for big horsepower, this is the injection pump that you want to start with. These things, like, you can run them up to, like, these will make 600 horse, obviously with supporting mods like a turbo and injectors and stuff. But this injection pump will put out a lot of fuel when it's cranked up. So really cool. Basically I got this truck for what this motor and tranny is worth, and then along with it I got a beater truck that runs and drives. So I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not sure exactly what the plan for it is. Look at the intercoolers on these things, guys. Like, the intercoolers are actually ginormous. Like, they go all the way down there. This intercooler is actually even bigger than the upgraded intercooler from the Power Stroke that I put on my first gen Cummins. This thing actually runs incredibly smooth. It's actually like in super good shape. The body is obviously pretty torn up, as these second gen Cummins usually are. As you guys can see, there's a bunch of rust and stuff. So these pumps, if you guys remember when I was doing all the mods on my first gen Cummins, that one had like, you could get basically 70 wheel horsepower for free out of that pump. Now this one, apparently you guys can get even more than 70. You can get like 120 free wheel horsepower out of these motors because it has this injection pump. So what that entails is you're going to be taking off this the AFC housing, and I'm going to be removing the fuel plate, and I'm going to be cranking the star wheel. So that's going to basically allow more pre-boost fuel. Driving this truck, I noticed kind of on the way home, because I'm so used to my other Cummins, this one has like not as much power in the low end, just because it doesn't fuel that hard down low. It's kind of more of a smooth, like, you know, linear power band, whereas my other truck just has like so much damn torque. It feels really hard early in the RPMs, and that turbo spool is super quick. So this thing I'm really stoked to kind of start messing with it a little bit. I've always wondered about these P pumps on these trucks, so now I got one to mess with. I know I should probably be buying high performance Volvo parts, but this truck, because I got such a good deal on it, I'm gonna mess around with it for a while and you know, crank it up a bit, maybe make it look a little cooler, make it fun to drive, and maybe I'll sell it down the road. Or the other option is I could sell my other truck for like really high dollar, because I'm not taking anything less than like 13 grand for that thing, just because I have so much man hours and so many parts into it, and it's rust free and it's a mint truck. So if you guys are interested, you want to buy a truck, I might be interested in selling that. But the only problem is if I do that, I know I'm not going to be able to get into the first gen Cummins. Like, you know, like if I wanted to get into a mint first gen and do all that all over again, all the injectors and the pump mods and all the maintenance I've done to that truck, it's just way too much work for what it's worth. But imagine if I had 13 grand in the bank, I put 5 into this one, I could make about 450 horse out of this truck. It would be a beater, it would look like shit, but it would be like a really cool sleeper. So my kind of plan is I was gonna find some cheap, like 16 by 10 wheels, and then put some cool wheels on it. I wanna spray the wheels blue to match the body. Maybe, you know, it'll look kind of cool. I'm gonna take these guards off, the steps there. And this truck, it is a work truck, but like as a flatbed, I think this thing would look fucking sweet if it was a flatbed. Like if we chopped all these off, we'd save a bunch of weight too. Driving this truck, it felt kind of heavy compared to my other one, just because of this big box on it. But yeah, overall the truck's actually pretty good. The rear tires have just been replaced. The clutch feels really good. It starts up first try. And actually, funny thing, you guys, literally right when I was in the guy's driveway, the first thing I did, as you guys can see, there's a muffler there. I literally hacked the muffler off and I removed the silencer ring on the compressor housing of the turbo. Literally right when I handed the guy the cash, that's right what I did. And he thought it was fucking hilarious. He was just laughing. He's like, oh, you're a crazy young dude. So yeah, it's got a bit of work to do. I'm gonna do the killer dowel pin, take care of that so this motor doesn't like snap a camshaft on me. And yeah, let's, I'm kind of curious what this second gen can do, guys. Let's, I don't know, let me know in the comments what you guys kind of want to see of this. I think I'm just gonna crank it up a bit, have a bit of fun with it, maybe try to sell it for a little bit of profit, or maybe I'll keep it. And I am really tight for funds right now because of buying this, but it's really hard to get your hands on cheap 12 valve manual Cummins. So this is like a really good entry into that kind of thing. And there's definitely options to be had with it. Another cool thing is it has a tow hitch and a brake controller. So I can tow my trailer with Miss Huff on it. So this would double up as a good tow rig as well. I kind of like how it's super beat. Like if you guys look at all the paint and stuff, like it looks like just trash. But imagine if this truck had like 400 wheel horsepower. It's two-wheel drive, mind you. It's not a 4x4, which is what I wanted, because there's less front end issues with the two-wheel drive trucks. The 4x4 is just like the ball joints and the tie rods really get sacked out. Probably a lot more than just the ball joints and tie rods. So I'm gonna do an oil change on this. There's a bunch of maintenance I want to do. Like this thing, I don't think it was really maintained that much. It was actually owned by a roofing company, so they just used it as like a haul around truck or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna take those off and get some cool wheels for it. It's already straight piped, like I said, but maybe we'll do something like a little more aggressive with the straight pipe, like a bigger tip. This truck actually, it sounds like, well, you'll see in the next video. So next video, guys, I'm gonna do a before and after. So we're gonna go for a ride in this truck, and then I'm going to crank up the pump. I'm gonna delete the fuel plate and like mess with the pump in a little bit, and then we're gonna see what the difference is, because apparently you can get 100 horse literally by turning some screws on this thing. So yeah, I'm stoked. Hope you guys are. I know I should be buying Volvo stuff, but this was too good of a deal to pass up, and I've always really wanted to mess with one of these P7100 injection pumps, because they're basically the bee's knees as far as high horsepower diesel stuff goes. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go pick up my good friend Jake, and we're gonna go do some differential welding and go have some fun in Edna. All right, guys, so I'm waiting for Jake at the tire pile here. We're at Tireland. Jake's just getting some tires put on his truck. So I figured while I'm at it, I may as well check the scrap pile, see if I can find any off-road tires. The tires on Edna right now are 195/60 profile 15s. So I'm gonna probably want to try to step it up to a 205/75 15 would probably be the max I can fit on Edna. So let's see what I can find in here. Man, this is all like, this is where I get all my tires, and it makes, you know, it makes drifting a little cheaper for us because you can find some pretty good tires in here. For example, like these aren't too bad, you know, they're not even down to the wear bars. Like, they're probably a little dry rotted, a little old. But you know, they're Goodyear Eagles, they're F1s. What size are these? These are nice. 245/40 18s. I see why they're in here, because that's really worn on the side. Yeah, usually every tire that you'll find in the scrap pile will generally have a reason why it's in the scrap pile, per se. You know, you can find some good stuff, like these, for example. Okay, there you go. So there's a big rip in the sidewall, but I bet you, yeah, it went all the way through. See, there you go. That's the reason it's in there. Yeah, but usually just 15s you can find. You want to find the tires that are just too old, but they still have a bunch of tread. All right, so I found the full set of 4 of these steel radial all-terrain 235/75 15s. So pretty much all of them are super dry rotted, but they all have tread, as you can see. So they will work perfectly for what we're trying to do here. Yeah, pretty sure they're all matching. Radial, rough, what's it called? Rough Rider. Oh yeah. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. All right guys, so this set of 4 is gonna be actually perfect for what we're doing. It's basically, I think this is the maximum tire size we can fit, unless we lift the car a little bit more. But as far as, I might need spacers to space them farther out from the struts, because the problem I had on the last time I put big tires on it was the tires were hitting the strut seat where the spring sits on. So I had to bash it with a hammer, and I got it really, really tight clearance. So I think those tires were pretty darn similar to this size though. I think we should be good in that aspect. I'm pretty stoked for this. I should almost, so what I'm thinking, guys, is with these bigger tires now, the gear ratio is gonna be, the car's gonna be even slower than it already was, which is just pretty bad. So maybe, I actually do have a 410 gear set sitting around at Jake's house. I could put that in if I wanted to. It would even out with the bigger tires. It would keep the same kind of acceleration. I probably should, but we'll probably test it out with the big tires without that and see how it goes first. Seems like a first gear. Oh, it's open diff, I forgot. I thought it was already welded. Are you still gonna do it? Yeah. Alrighty, so we just arrived at Jake's house here. Oh, this good old car. You guys all know this thing. The 940. Jake, like, so after Grange, this thing was pretty beat up. It had a bent steering rack and a couple other things wrong with it. I think he broke his E-fan. Something broke. Anyway, so Jake actually did a new steering rack in it. He's keeping this thing going, and he took it to an Evergreen event just recently. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And I think he's taking it to, where's that place? Medford, Jake? Medford, maybe. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but he might be going to that, some big event down there. And I might come with him actually for that trip. So that'll be on the Drifts and Lifts YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is what Jake has been working on the last little while. Whoa, the turbo is like right down there. Weird, eh?
Yeah.
Huh, and apparently it runs. That's crazy. That's a really, really bottom mount ass turbo. This thing's gonna be sick though. It should make like a good amount of power.
So if anybody knows someone that wants to tune a Miller Warchip, I need someone to tune it.
Miller Warchip.
Turbo.
He needs the tuning done, and a lot of people don't like messing with that. So if anybody knows someone that's really good with that, let Jake know. Yeah, so cool. We're gonna roll Edna into the shop and then weld up the differential. All right, so I popped the diff cover off. Jake is ready to weld it now. I've done a welded diff video. I'm not gonna do a how-to video right now because I've done that like 3 other times. I'm actually gonna put the link to my last how to weld the diff video in the description of this video, so if you guys are interested, check that out. Yeah, so Jake's gonna throw a couple beads on here. We're gonna be locked right up, and then we'll probably go do some donut slides somewhere. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, guys. So me and Jake are hacking the cat out and putting in a piece of straight pipe so I can get a bit of money for this cat, and I guess give it some more exhaust flow. Oh, we should have done a before and after rev video. Too late now?
Yeah.
We could do an open down pipe. Would your neighbors hate us?
No.
Can we do it?
Oh. Yeah, go for it. I regret my decision.
Alright guys, so diff is welded and we got a little more sound. Oh, it's raspy now. Alright, okay, me and Jake are gonna go find some place to do a donut slide. Alright guys, Jake's gonna do a donut slide. First gear. It like just has enough power to do dry donuts. The welded's working though. That's so funny. It's pretty loud now. It's got some sound. You know, go back up. Yeah. You can do it. Go into the gravel, get him spinning real hard, and then just let off the brake and go as far as you can. Yeah, that should work. Jesus Christ. What's going on? You got no, no, none of that. Go more in the gravel. I want to see that better. I think the brakes are just too strong.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that. All right, guys, so now that we have a welded diff, I'm on my way home right now. I'm going to attempt to see if I can get oversteer on this very large roundabout, or sorry, on-ramp. So I got a little bit of oversteer there. Like we were going really fast, so we were basically just sliding because of momentum more than anything. So that's basically a wrap up of the video today, guys. Thanks for watching. Next video, we're gonna start working on the new Cummins. I'm gonna pull the fuel plate, we're gonna crank it up, make a little more power, and probably go like drift it or do something funny in it. I got to do an oil change, and I got to do a fuel filter. All the basic stuff you should do right when you get a 12 valve Cummins. Just basic maintenance stuff. And then before I procrastinate too much, I should really do the killer dowel pin and fix that, so I don't get this truck like, you know, blowing up on me, and then it's basically worthless at that point. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see for a new Drifts and Lifts shirt design. If you have any cool ideas, I want to hear them, because we need to put out a new shirt. I think it's time to make a new piece of merchandise at this point. So I'll leave you there, guys. Edna is good to go. We're gonna I actually found some good big tires for it, as you guys saw in the video, and I'm gonna put those on. We're gonna go to some cool off-road location and have some fun in this.